Hey there, Sparkrock community. We're back with another release for Sparkrock Ed HRP version 5.2.2618. This release has a new visibility enhancement for Seniority Service, and we've also made significant improvements to how teachers' pension plan reporting works for British Columbia customers. So in this video, we're going to show the new Cross Group Allocation column on the Seniority Service tab and walk through the enhanced teachers' pension plan reporting for BC customers. Let's get started. So in a previous release, we introduced Cross Group Seniority Service Allocation, which allows Seniority Service to automatically carry across employee groups, including conversions between different units of measure. However, until now, when you opened an employee's Seniority Service tab in Staff Management, there was no way to tell at a glance which seniority values came from a different group. Administrators had to cross-reference the Seniority Service Allocation Process report to validate the cross-group totals, which could be time-consuming and error-prone. Well, with this release, that information is now surfaced directly on the Employee Spotlight Seniority Service tab. So under the HR tab, then Staffing, then Staff Management, and on the Employee's Record, select the Seniority Service tab. You'll see a new Cross Group Allocation column. The value is yes or no, and yes means at least some of the employees' seniority units for that row were sourced from a different group. When cross-group allocation is set to yes, you can select the chevron on the row to expand a subpanel showing where those units came from. In this expanded view, you'll see the source group and the source seniority code, the source units, the conversion rule applied, if any, the converted units, and the total units allocated from that source. And at the bottom of the panel, there's a combined total that sums everything up. If a row doesn't have any cross-group allocation, the value is no and there's no chevron to expand. So the page stays uncluttered for employees whose seniority hasn't come from another group. So now HR teams can validate seniority service values without leaving the screen they're already working in. Next up is a major set of improvements for British Columbia customers who report Teachers' Pension Plan, or TPP, data to the BC Pension Corporation. First, we've made improvements to how TPP pensionable service and contributory service are calculated. The calculation now reads subject entity maintenance for per group entity type inclusion and exclusion, and contributory service is now calculated as a count of distinct calendar months in which the employee made a confirmed TPP contribution based on the check date of each pay period. See the release notes for more detail on the calculation changes. Now, once those values are calculated, you'll want a way to review them before submission. So to support that, we've added a new contributory service column to the TPP Annual Report. So when you generate the TPP Annual Report from the Annual Reports page, each employee row now shows a contributory service value, the number of distinct calendar months in which the employee made a TPP contribution for the selected year. This gives payroll administrators a way to verify contributory service per employee directly on the report before submitting anything to the BC Pension Corporation. Now, speaking of submission, with this release, the process of generating the iPass flat file is now automated and can be triggered from within Ed HRP. When you run the TPP Annual Reports process from the Annual Reports page, there's a Report plus Disk option. When that's chosen, the system runs a new 3-level validation. Any issues are written to a new error report. If the validation passes, the system automatically produces the iPass compliant fixed width text file. Every value in the header, the per employee service event records, and the trailer is calculated from your live data. So that's a wrap on Sparkrock Ed HRP version 5.2.2618. This release surfaces cross-group seniority service sources directly on the Seniority Service tab in Staff Management, so HR teams can validate cross-group totals without leaving the screen. And this release improves the teacher's pension plan calculation, adds a contributory service column to the TPP Annual Report, and automates iPass flat file generation with built-in validation for British Columbia customers. Be sure to review the full release notes, and thank you so much for watching.